Today, we're breaking down a pretty hardcore blueprint for building an AI business from the ground up. This comes from a founder who hit $200 million in revenue in just 9 months. So let's just dive right into the big question on everyone's mind. Can you actually build $1 million business in just 90 days? And get this, what if you only had 2 people to do it? Well, that is the exact challenge laid out by Alex, the founder of Higgsfield. He thinks it's not only possible, but it's kind of the new standard in the age of AI. The goal is to hit $1 million in annual recurring revenue, or ARR, by day 90. So today we're unpacking his exact playbook, step by step. Okay, first things first. Section 1. Who do you actually need on the team? According to this playbook, it all starts with a super focused team of 2. That's it. No more, no less, at least to get started. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. It's this clear split in responsibilities. On one side, you have the builder. This is the person who can literally take an idea and turn it into a working product in 24 hours. Then on the other side, you have the go-to-market expert. Think of them as handling everything from sales and marketing to customer outreach. They have to have this deep, almost natural empathy for the customer and know how to cook up content that just works on social media. It's a whole different game than traditional marketing. So you've got your team of 2. Now for the process. Section 2, the daily iteration engine. And the key word here isn't perfection, it is a totally relentless pace. The team is pushing out new product releases 6 days a week. 6! The whole point is to just rapidly figure out which workflows and features your customers actually care about. And you might think that pace is crazy, but it's absolutely necessary. The AI industry is just in this constant state of change. You can see here about 70% of that pressure comes from all the leading research labs pushing out new stuff. The other 30% is from major new models dropping, which can force you to completely rethink your product. The entire landscape can basically reset every single month. It's a non-stop race. Okay, so if you're iterating 6 days a week, how in the world do you know you're building the right thing? Well, the answer isn't some stroke of genius in a dark room. It comes from talking to real users, which brings us to Section 3, finding gold. And this is just a brilliant example of that discovery process. So Higgsfield had a problem. People weren't sticking around on their mobile app. So what did they do? They interviewed just 8 creatives. We're talking everyone from Hollywood directors to local producers. And the insight was just stunning. All 8 of them, every single one said the exact same thing. They needed better camera controls for AI video. So, you know what they did? They built it. And that one little piece of feedback, it became the cornerstone of their whole strategy. In March, they shipped the camera controls. By April, they launched a visual effects library. And by June, that intense focus on Pro Tools helped them uncover a massive new customer base they didn't even know existed, AI native marketing agencies. But what about the giants? Google, Microsoft, OpenAI. How does a tiny startup survive that? Well, that brings us to Section 4, defensibility. This is the strategy for building a business that can actually last. So here's the crucial part. Startups win by not trying to compete head-on. The big guys are trying to build general-purpose AI for absolutely everyone. A startup's advantage is to find a very specific niche. Alex gives the example of property management, and just build a super specialized end-to-end solution that the giants are too big and broad to even bother with. The riches are in the niches, right? And the goal here isn't to get millions of free users. The goal is to find customers who are willing to spend around $2,000 a month for a product that gives them so much value, it basically sells itself. This means you have to focus on metrics that prove real value and real engagement. So you track your daily active users and your average contract value. You pretty much ignore monthly active users because that number can get super inflated by some one-off viral moment. It doesn't tell you if your product actually has value. And all of this leads us to Section 5, the AI native mindset. See, this new world of fast, profitable growth, it requires a totally new way of thinking about how you fund and scale the business. The core idea here is kind of radical. You have to question the default path of raising venture capital. The goal should be to stay cash flow positive from day 0. And with AI, it's actually possible now to scale to tens of millions of dollars in revenue profitably without needing those huge VC checks. Okay, for our final section, let's do a really high-density review of all the key numbers from this playbook. Welcome to Section 6, the hardcore recap. So let's put it all together. Here is your blueprint, by the numbers. Your team size, just 2 people, a builder and a go-to-market expert. The goal, a 90-day sprint to $1 million in annual recurring revenue. First monetization, you need to get your first dollar in the door by day 30. The pace, you're iterating 6 days a week to find that magical product market fit. Your breakthrough, it can come from as few as 8 customer interviews. And your price point, you're targeting $2,000 a month. Those are the hard numbers. So look, if you remember just one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. In the AI era, the ability to listen to customers and ship product at a blistering pace is now way more valuable than having a huge bank account on day one. All right, now it's your turn. This whole 90-day, $1 million ARR goal, what do you think? Is it an inspirational benchmark that's actually achievable now because of AI? Or is it dangerously unrealistic hype that's just going to set founders up to fail? I want to see a real debate. State your case and your reasons down in the comments. Let us know what you think below, and we'll send you a list of the tools and resources for all you AI founders out there. Thanks for watching.